What's good, family? Hey, I gotta get used to it. Hey, that's what I want to do. Anyways, this video kind of long, about 20 minutes, but I want to give a reaction to it. Cause I just want to give a reaction to it. I want to listen to other people's opinions. So this is the Ku Klux Klan, a Ku Klux Klan member interview. His name's Steven. So, get my reaction. The reason why I'm doing this, I want to listen to other people's perspectives, okay? On my page, we're going to listen to other people's perspectives, all right? Let's hear them out. Y'all subscribe, and you know, subscribe for you better subscribe for. And I'm about to eat this. I'm about to eat my Chipotle while I'm doing this, man. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But let's go.
I'm not a bigot, but I'm calling me a racist is true. I'm a racist. Damn right I'm a racist. I don't hide that. I'm a racist person, but I'm not a bigot. I don't hate anybody.
Wait, a racist? Wait a minute. He already done thrown me off at the beginning of the video. A racist is somebody who hates people because of the color. A racist is somebody who hates other races of people. That's why I call it racist. So you don't hate anybody, but you're a racist. Explain that a little more in depth for me.
But I'm a racist. A racist is somebody that loves their race and loves their people.
So he sees the definition of race differently. Racist. Okay.
All right, Steven. Steven, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I grew up in New Albany, Mississippi.
And tell me about your childhood. You had both of your parents growing up as a kid?
My dad wasn't really in my life that much. My dad was a Vietnam veteran. He had a lot of health issues. He wasn't in my life a lot. I think my dad got in my life when I was about 16 years old. And my mother practically raised me and my brother herself. And also, I had a mother that was a very strong religious woman that raised me and my brother. So, I had a good childhood. I can't complain. I had a stern mother that taught me, to be an honest person and a good person. So, I had a decent childhood. I really did.
And what kind of kid were you in high school?
I was a loner. I stayed to myself. But still to this day, I can't tolerate certain people. I just can't. It's not really a racial issue. It's just I can't be around a bunch of people. I just don't like being around them.
Was there racism?
I got that same problem. Let's go.
In your family?
When I grew up, in a time when the riots in LA was going on. I'd be watching TV and stuff like that, and you'd see when they pulled that old boy out of that truck in LA, the Rodney King stuff. And I grew up in a very racial time, so I grew up in a time where this stuff was not being forced down me, but maybe at the time I shouldn't have seen that as a child, but this was something that I seen a lot. It wasn't hidden from me. Racial stuff was not hidden from me. So yes, it was a part of my life. It was a part of my childhood. It was Mississippi burning when I was a kid. I always looked up to the Ku Klux Klan. I always admired the Ku Klux Klan. I always said that I'd be a great leader one day. I always said that.
Did you have relatives that were in the Klan?
My grandfather was a very racial person, but I'm not going to say he was a Ku Klux Klan member. But no, the Klan thing is something that I took on my own. It's something that I knew as a child that I do this. This is my calling. This has always been my calling.
So you're the Imperial Wizard.
I'm an Imperial Wizard. That's the highest rank as far as the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah.
And Mississippi is one of the strongest states for the Klan.
It is. It's one of the Mississippi White Knights is one of the most respected groups as far as the Ku Klux Klan goes.
Yeah.
We have the most respect. I had left the Mississippi White Knights for a little bit and started the North Mississippi White Knights. But now we're going to bring it back. We're going to get everything situated again, get the Claverins in order, and start everything back over again. So I've just moved back from Portland, Oregon. So I've got. I lived up there for 4 years. It's very different. But I did love it. I love the weather. I love the beauty. And there's a lot of white people there.
Oregon's a very liberal place, though. So I'm curious to know what he thought about it. I'm gonna keep listening, but it's a very liberal place.
But they're liberal-minded.
Yeah, see.
They have no idea. I was married to a girl, a Norwegian girl, and her family was very liberal in mindset and judgmental people. they judged me for being in the Klan. I'm no longer married to her, but at the time that was the love of my life, and it didn't work out. It just didn't work out because people are judgmental. They're too judgmental about everything you do in your life. And at the end of the day, they need to look under their doorstep and sweep and see what they've got going on in their life. Most people that judge me for being in the Ku Klux Klan and hate me for being in the Ku Klux Klan, there's an underlining reason for that. They're gay, they're homosexual, they're a race mixer, something like that. But I don't judge anybody. I give anybody a chance. But if you want to judge me and say, hey, this is that's wrong for the Ku Klux Klan, then I'm going to judge you. Because you're giving me an open door to judge you. So I'm not really a judgmental person. I don't force my beliefs on anybody until they want to judge me. So.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so
very interesting.
The South is notorious for racism. There's a long history of slavery, segregation, all kinds of issues that you guys get
the poverty thing is that we have, like I said, I lived in Washington State. I live in Portland, Oregon. And
don't y'all find this interesting? That the poorest states, or where you get a lot of gang violence, the poorest sectors, I'm going to say the poorest regions in states where you get a lot of gang violence, and where you get Klan members, you get things like that. I think poverty and violence somewhat damn near walk hand in hand, but y'all tell me what you think about that. I think poverty, violence, and hate all walk hand in hand. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Keep going.
We have a lot more freedoms here than I did up there. So there's positive and negatives about the state of Mississippi, but I love the state of Mississippi. It's my home. I love it. There's great things about the state of Mississippi, and I love it. And the blacks tend to want to have a reason to bitch. Sorry about my language. They want to have a reason to gripe. They want to have a reason to throw a fit. They want to have a reason to tear shit up. And that's where the Ku Klux Klan comes in to put a stop to it and say that's not going to happen. I've had corrupt cops in the city of Tupelo lose their job because Ku Klux Klan was involved because we wasn't going to have it. We wasn't going to have it. I stood up for my people in the city of Tupelo and in the state of Mississippi. But blacks blame it on themselves. They do. They're so like this officer that got shot in Atlanta. The officer that shot that guy in Atlanta took his taser, man. But what people don't understand, if you read the Turner Diaries, it plainly says it, that if you get the law, that's the last line of defense between us and communism. If you get rid of law enforcement, then that gives them, the communists, an open door to come in and take over. And I got a 19-year-old daughter, and that era, her age, around that age, is going to be the worst. I don't know what this country's going to become because they're freeloaders. They don't want to work. All they want to do is smoke dope. They don't want to work. They don't want to do right. And I try to instill that in my daughter. And I try to tell my daughter, that is going to be the worst generation ever. My generation was slacking on a lot of things, but that era, that generation is going to be, we're fucked.
We're fucked.
The Ku Klux Klan's going to come in and say we're not going to have it. We're not going to have it. We're not going to put up with it.
What is the basic idea behind the Klan?
It's a good question.
It's not just as simple as racism, right?
My belief and my goal for the Ku Klux Klan is, it's not really, it is a racial thing, because you're going to be white to be in the Ku Klux Klan. But my goal for the Ku Klux Klan is to protect this country from all-out invasion, from anything, from any type of thing. The goal of the Ku Klux Klan is for the advancement of the white race. I'm not a bigot, but I'm a white separatist. I'm not a white supremacist. I don't consider my race superior. But we have to have organizations like the Ku Klux Klan to instill the children and the people that want to join, to teach them that there's a greater cause. There's a greater cause. Being a Klansman is one of the greatest things in the world. I love it. I wouldn't take anything for it. And am I judged? I don't give a shit. That's one thing about me. I don't care what anybody says about me. You can judge me. You can say anything you want about me. It doesn't affect me. Because the minute that a person takes time out of their day to judge me and say I'm wrong or I'm this and that, I mean, I've got to them. I've affected them. Because I don't give a shit what anybody else does. I don't. But the minute that they take time, it's like when people come to my rallies And they make them signs up and all this shit. You took time out of your day to go make a sign, go buy that marker, go buy that poster board. I affected you. I won. It's an accomplishment for me.
So I want people to take that into consideration. So, like, what do you do with hatred, racism, bigotry, things like that? Ignore it. Because if you respond, he won. He's right. If you respond, you're giving him attention. Like, so he's right. He won. He won. He won on that. But this is interesting. Like, this is interesting. It's just like he said a lot of contradictions. So already so far, but I'm really confused. So does he hate black people or does he not? I'm confused. The Klan, he has the Klan robe on, and then members of the Ku Klux Klan don't like black people. They don't like any other race besides white, right? But he's confusing the hell out of me. But let's keep going.
So, you know.
Some good food, though.
So separatism is a big part of the Klan.
I think that the only way that the white race will ever survive, the white race will ever survive, is we separate. And now, I'm not saying that we get rid of the blacks. I'm saying they give the blacks, just like the Indians, give them their own homeland, give them where they need to go, give them just as much rights as a white man does. But you put the biggest wall look like Donald Trump built on the southern border, and where it's separating. You're separate. The whites and blacks are separated. That's the only way we're going to survive.
So does the same thing apply?
You know, it's funny. There's a lot of black people that probably agree with that. A lot of black people don't want to be around white people. A lot. A whole lot. I think a lot of them would agree with what he just said. Well, a lot of them don't think Martin Luther King had a good idea. They don't. But, keep going.
Gay.
This is good. I ain't gonna lie. This is a good interview.
It's going to be odd for me to say this, but love is a hell of a thing. And it's going to be really odd for me to say this, but love sees no color in some ways. It's weird for me to...
This is why I like listening to other people's opinions. I think deep down on the inside, he doesn't even believe what he's... I don't even think he believes... Just from what he just said, I don't even think he believes what he stands on. I don't think he believes what he stands on. I think he's just been brainwashed. I don't think he believes what he stands on. That's crazy. That's crazy for somebody like... Yeah, that is crazy for him to say. That is.
Say that, but it's the truth. Love does not see a color. But you gotta love somebody. That doesn't mean if you get with a black person, you sell out your race. You act black, and you sell out your race. You love a person not for their color, but for who they are as an individual. That's the reason I say love sees no color. And it took me a while to get to that point. I guess living in Portland told me that. But, you know, I've experienced. If you get out of the state of Mississippi and you go other places and you experience things, you find that love is an odd thing. It's an odd thing. It's worse than any drug you can have in your life. That's why I'm saying I married the love of my life and I'm still in love with her, but it's over and done with. But
no.
You don't see a color when it comes to love. You don't. But you still need to have love for your race. You need to have love for your people. And is race mixing wrong? Race mixing is exactly wrong. You stay with your people. But
your ex-wife was white?
Just, oh yeah, definitely.
Are you religious?
I'm a Baptist.
But the Klan is a Christian organization?
Yeah, we're Christian. That's what we're about. I consider us like I said it before, like the Taliban.
I gotta say, what's with the sheets? I'm just playing. Let you go.
Or Al Qaeda. I do consider us that. We're technically the same thing. We are, just like they are fighting. I said before, they're fighting a holy war. We are fighting a holy war for Christianity, for our race, and for our people. That's what we're fighting for. Have I done anything illegal? No. Have I been to prison? No. Never been to prison. But I will always stand up for my race. And if it was ever a point to where I ever had to go to prison for doing the right thing and standing up for my race, I'd do it.
Do you guys still have rallies and cross?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I just had one in Russellville, Alabama. Cross lightings. Yeah.
And there are still hangings of black men in Mississippi. I've seen news.
I don't think that's Klan related. No, I wouldn't know that if that was Klan related. I'm telling you for a fact, If that happened, if a Klansman went out and hung a black man in the state of Mississippi, I'd be the first one to know that.
Well, you're the head of the organization, so you'd know.
I'm a leader. Brother Richard is my leader. But I'm an Imperial Wizard. Brother Richard's an Imperial Wizard. But right now, Brother Richard is the man that taught me everything I know.
So the Klan is smaller now than it was when you were younger, right?
No, when I was younger, there wasn't any much Klan around. But now there's so many underground Klansmen because, I don't know, it's like a lot of people when Donald Trump got elected, they think the white supremacists are just rampant. They think the white supremacists are just rampant. It's not true. We have stopped. Like I said, I lived in Washington State, Portland. And I come back home and it's amazing me how nobody's doing nothing. Stand tall for what you believe in. Fight for this shit. And get and that's what, now I'm home. And we're gonna straighten the state of Mississippi out.
Did having a black president for 8 years affect you in any way?
No, what do you think? What do you think of
The
Obama?
thing is about Barack Obama is a lot of people said that Barack Obama was worse than Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
No. I don't care who the president is. That doesn't affect me. I'm not a Donald Trump really support. I do support some of the shit that Donald Trump does, but Donald Trump also says a lot of dumb shit.
We agree.
If he'd keep his mouth shut, he'd be in a lot better shape.
I agree with that.
And that's the truth. But I love the president. I love Donald Trump. Wasn't a fan of Obama. Wasn't a fan of Bush.
Wasn't a fan of Bush either.
But in anything, when it's like the Klan was more awake when Obama was in there.
Yeah,
now
of
that
course.
Trump's in there, it's like we've quit, and that's not going to happen. I'm going to be the gasoline and the match that's on the fire to light this shit back up, and I'm going to light it back up, and I can do it. I'm telling you, gasoline. We're gonna pour some gasoline on this shit like this. Somebody looking, it's gonna be wide open.
So do you see whites as superior to other races?
No, I never said that. I'm not a white supremacist. I don't consider my race superior to anybody. But we do have a lot of accomplishments that is left out. That we've done a lot of great things. I'm a white separatist. I believe that we should be separated, but I don't consider the white race superior to anybody. I believe that the white race is the most beautiful thing in the world. It's like, do you really want me talking about my ex-wife?
It's up to you. I mean, we're not going to mention her name.
Okay, so I don't see how somebody, I'm going to tell you something about the beauty of the white race. Somebody can be Norwegian, my ex-wife's from Norwegian ancestry. How you can be a Norwegian, or you can be anything European, and then sell your race out and not be proud of your race. The Norwegian people are some of the most beautiful, it's beautiful. It's beautiful women. I mean,
The love he has for his women is the exact same love I have for my women. I love that. I respect that. I do. I respect that because that's what black people need too. That love for each other. We need that love for each other, and I don't mind white people having that love for them. I don't mind that. A lot of things he's done said, like I don't want to say we don't agree on all. Seems like we the more he talks, the more we have more in common than we have against each other. I don't know. It's just what it seems like, but I could be wrong though. Let's keep listening because he may say something crazy.
That I was married to was amazing. That was my trophy wife, I guess you could say. And but how can you be? I'm English ancestry, but how can you be German or anything like that? I consider that. Now, it's all the white race, but that is a superior. You want to talk about superiority. Norwegian, anything like that, that is a superiority of the white race. But how can you not be proud of that? If you want to talk about superior, that is superior. And that ancestry. Like I said, I'm English ancestry. I'm Howard. All my people come from England. So, and most people in the South are that. They're English ancestry. So, but how can you be a pure, I'll call it pure Aryan race, and not be proud of that, and not stand up for that? I don't. It amazes me how that happens. It amazes me. I don't like race traders. I don't like race mixers. Because that's killing out the white race. Now, like I said, I'm not a white supremacist. I'm a white separatist. I believe that whites and blacks should be separated. I don't believe in race mixing. I believe that race mixers are the worst part that are ruining the white race. I've had a black woman tell me that she would never be with a black man because the way the black men are. This is coming out of a black woman's mind.
Oh,
A
God.
black woman that I knew, you know, everybody's got mammy or whatever. It's a black woman that practically raised me as a child, that babysitted me as a child, like a mammy, you know. And that woman would tell me to this day. She's an older woman, tell me to this day. She'll never be with a black man. Yeah.
How do you feel about the Black Lives Matter movement?
The movement itself, I don't know much about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't wrap my whole mind around what that is. I can't. What is that? A political organization? Is it?
Hold on, y'all, real quick. We back. All right, let go.
A black supremacist organization. They have a right to be proud to be black, but Black Lives Matter. They are, to me, they're a black supremacist organization. And that's why you need an organization like the Ku Klux Klan to say, we're not going to have that, we're going to stop that. I've run in Black Lives Matter in Tupelo before, you know.
How do you view what the Klan has done for you in your life?
The Klan, when I was a young child, like I said, I looked up to the Ku Klux Klan. I always wanted to be a Klansman. But the Klan has bettered me as an individual. I have people that come up to me and be like, man, I know who you are. Local celebrity around here. And literally people I've worked with or people I know call me the local celebrity. I don't consider myself a celebrity. I don't consider myself better than anybody. I put my britches on just like anybody else does. Anything that I've done in the Ku Klux Klan, I try to tell these other guys, stand up, take charge. Like I said, put the gasoline, put the match, light this motherfucker up, and let's go. Let's do it. And the Klan has always has bettered me financially. If I needed anything, food, my kids, anything, the Klan has always been there for me. It's made me a better individual. It's put something that I'm proud to be, something that I can look up to myself. So, you know, they can say what they want to about me, but I've always tried to do the better thing for my race, my country, and the Mississippi White Knights, and I'll continue to do that. The Klan is if anybody wants to be a Klansman, take that chance in life, do it, because you won't regret it. Is it hard at times? Will it cost you relationships? Yeah, but if a woman won't stand behind you for she'll say, well, I'm not going to be with you if you're in the Klan. Then you don't need her anyway. She's looking for a reason. Mm-hmm. They need to accept you.
Accept you for who you are.
That's what women need to understand. That if you want to love, the white women have now turned into something that it blows my mind. It blows my mind. The beauty of the white race, they'll sell it out, they'll settle down with a nigger, they'll settle down with a Mexican, I didn't mean to say that. They'll settle down, they'll do anything, but they won't give the white man a chance. And it blows my mind. And if a woman wants a real good man and a respectable man, she needs to look for a Klansman. Because a Klansman's going to stand tall for what he believes in. I'm not a coward, I don't cover my face. I will never cover. When I joined this organization, to be a leader, to take charge, to be a role model for other men. So I will never hide my face, because the Klan is the greatest thing that has ever come in my life, and I do not regret it. Love it. Love it.
So it's Juneteenth this weekend. Will you be celebrating?
No, definitely not. That's what's something about that. I don't know much about that holiday. I don't know. I know it's free of the slaves or whatever, but I believe that when we brought them over here, we bettered that race. If they think they've got it so bad over here, take your ass back to Africa. I will gladly pay for a boat trip for a boatload of them motherfuckers and take them back there. I will pay for it. I will rent the boat and pay for that son of a bitch if they don't like it in this country. Gladly pay the ticket. I will pay the ticket.
Hey, pay for reparations. According to I don't know what I was reading, but according to a lot of statistics, a lot of black people said they wouldn't want to live next to white people if they had the money to get away from them. So if a lot of black people could build their communities, just pay for reparations. I'm just playing. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I will set up a PayPal account, send them blacks back to Africa, donate, and I'll put them on a cruise ship. Let them have fun while they're going back to Africa. They won't like it, and they'll come their ass back over here. And then,
all right, Stephen. Thank you for talking with me and sharing your views. Very interesting stuff. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right. Keep an open mind. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. He's entitled to believe whatever he wants to believe. We did the reaction. It's a good reaction. I think under all, he might be a good guy. He sounds stupid. He sounds really confused. And I think, like, if we just pull back those layers in life, we could help a lot of people. But, hey, y'all comment down below what y'all thought of him. Hey, I'm out.